Symbol is another company who made a PDA, and on the Symbol, the top portion was a barcode reader. And they're still using it because for inventory, Symbol still sells a lot of inventory devices. Those handheld scanners that you see people doing with the stores, they're either running on the Palm platform or they're running on a Windows CE. Now the new ones are using Windows CE, so the Palm platforms, a lot of times people are getting rid of them, and they've been cheap. Donations, I said I get a lot of the stuff by just putting a notice in the bulletin or a Parents newsletter asking for donations of these things. Take whatever people will give you, because if nothing else, you get, chances are you get the styluses off of them. And while they don't all fit the silos in it, they can be used anyway, and you're going to wind up losing these things. Other sources would be just, go to the next one. This, don't bother writing it down. If you want it, I sent them the PDA, otherwise I have the same thing on here, so you can get it. But some of the sources that have things like software archives, they have both free applications as well as paid applications. And the thing about these sources here is, if you did, like when I did a quick search, I found things like a periodic table. That's a free download. So you can put it on top of these things. There's literally science and tech, math is one of the categories that almost all of the companies have set up. On the Go is a paid site, free. They call it freeware Palm, but it actually is a lot of paid ones. So most of the stuff I found on the free stuff was one of these top ones, and then they went into some of the ones that have paid sites or paid applications, and then if you tunnel down to the bottom, they give you the free stuff. Or if you just do a search for free software, free Palm software, you'll get most of these same links. Go to the next page. Some of the weird ones, like New York Times did an article about it. This was a 1998 article talking about the Palm Pilot. Harvard put one out where they were using it. CMU, which was Carnegie Mellon. I think it was the Carnegie Mellon site that might be of interest to anybody doing robotics, because they actually put up information about buying a robotics kit that used one of these as a programmable brain. In particular, they were looking at using the one before this one. So they used the oldest form of it, and you could buy the kit for about $300. You actually had to solder it together, but it made a small little, looked like a Roomba without the outer casing. And it kind of an interesting gadget. I keep thinking about buying them. E-books is for free. The Palm supports the .mobi and also the EPUB. So a lot of the sites like Gutenberg Press or Gutenberg.org, you can get free e-books. And there's a lot of resources available in that sense. Okay, Veneer, which makes the data probe, has some information on the website, even though they've discontinued it. The other website is this last one here. I put it last just to make it easier to find. That is actually, one of the schools actually put up instruction for their schools on how to use this exact kit. And they have a nice tutorial video that's up there, and it's freely accessible. So that's a good source to use. Any questions? Oh, since a question came up about using XP, these are two documents that was put up by Microsoft talking about what are the procedures and what are the requirements for downgrading from Vista to XP. And somebody asked about that, so one of the tech coordinators had actually posted it for the tech cadre. So I just rolled it off of there. But that gives you the information regarding it. And basically what it is that you're supposed to go to the OEM. Dell, since most of the computers with Dell, it is a charge, or Dell's charging for it. But technically, if you buy the volume licensing disc, you can download, and you do have the right to downgrade from Vista to XP.
Yeah.
Lenovo, which was the last computers that were given out, those you can actually get the disc, or you're supposed to be able to get the disc from Lenovo themselves. Other than that, you can try contacting John Bingham at Sarcom.
On these Lenovo's actually we kept it XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so operating system is XP.
Yeah. So it's fairly down, and unfortunately it doesn't go the other way. Windows 7 is going to be released October 22nd, and I haven't tried it using that operating system, but it's basically a improved Vista. What they basically did was make it look more like XP.